I observed one interesting thing which I hadn't observed before because I haven't done such thing before. And my new observation was that when I take taxi, of course it is more comfortable. I didn't have to walk for long distances, which I was ready to do today, and I didn't have to freeze waiting and not knowing when the marshrutka will come, if it will come, and so on. So it was all good and warm and nice and comfortable. But on the other hand, I noticed that taking a taxi takes out the adventurizing experience. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it, adventurizing experience from the trip. It takes it out. The same way how having an engine on a sailboat takes away of your feeling of accomplishment, of trip, voyage, getting somewhere using only wind and tide. And having an engine, it takes it away. It is more comfortable, more predictable, quicker usually, kind of better. That's why people use engines on a sailboat. But at the same time, why do you sail? You sail because you like that experience. You don't normally use sailboat for getting from point A to point B, for getting to work. It's not what you use the sailboat for usually. You use it for recreation, for enjoyment. And when you put an engine into the sailboat and when you use it, you get more predictability and comfort. But you cancel 2/3 of the joy, I would say, of the feeling of accomplishment, of this adventurizing spirit when you get somewhere and you don't know how it will be, and it turns out different what you expected, and it's interesting in the process. You cancel it out. It becomes as boring as a trolley bus drive to work. Well, I'm exaggerating, but you get the point. So that's what happens when you put an engine in a sailboat. And the same thing, I feel, happens when you take a taxi for such intercity drive. It's more predictable, it's quicker, it's more comfortable, it's more warm, it's more blah 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 blah. But at the end, why do you go there? I didn't have to go there. I don't have to get there to, I don't know, earn money or feed my children or whatever. I go there to enjoy the trip, to enjoy the process of exploration. And by taking a taxi, you kind of cancel it out in a big percentage of it. So in some cases, yes, it's justifiable, it's doable, why not? But on the other hand, it's not the same. When I got there on that peninsula, initially I kind of felt, oh yeah, no, okay. Oh, whole church, okay, yeah. Mountain, oh, okay. The big lake, all right, no problem. That kind of attitude. It wasn't wow. It wasn't I got there. It wasn't oh that is cool. Yeah, you see, it's different. It's possible, it's doable, but I would say, well, one experience is not enough to judge, but I think there might be something in it, and I would say it's a lot more interesting if you go with less luggage, less predictability, using the cheapest transport, and letting the circumstances to impact your trip. When you can't catch this mode of transport, you're catching something else and you're going a different route and you meet different people different people along the way, and then you find out that there's something interesting on the way, and you make a detour, and the whole thing becomes interesting, becomes exciting. And that's the thing which you often lose if you have too much comfort. So even in situations like this, when I have enough money so I can afford a taxi, I can imagine that very often I wouldn't do it, and I won't do it, not because of money, but because of the spirit of adventure, which is something you can't buy for money usually. So that's my thoughts about today. Okay, people, dear friends, all the best to you, and see you some other day in some other town.